Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Sunday morning sprints. Things are happening this morning. I'm still a little tired, but I have my coffee, but we can't dilly dally today, okay? No dilly dallying. I have lots to do, lots to do. That's why it says over here wherever my little thing is. It says I'm building bookcases and notebook planning. So that's the majority of what's being done today. But we have the bookcase that will go in this corner. We have it built. We just have to put the backing piece on it, and then we can paint it. And then the next one is not going to be as tall. It's only going to be 7.5 feet instead of 8.5. And that's going to go over here along this wall, but it's going to be the same width. And I think it may have a fairy door as well. So apparently we have gained some fairy doors. I had to go order another one. So now I have 6 for 6 fairies, and I think we're gonna have some neighbors. We've updated. We have updated the schematics and the logistics, and everybody is moving around. So, and also, the fairy vines have showed up, and inside the box there is the lights that get intertwined. So, 12 of those are sitting along the shelves so that when we're ready, we can intermingle them with the lights, and then that will be on the shelves. Things are happening, okay? Things are happening. We are making some progress. So I'm going to go through the comments real quick, and then I have to go help the husband because he's trying to nail the one bookcase, and I usually help with that. So we're going to go do that, but let's see who all is here, and then we'll get started. Tula is here. Hey, Alicia, coming to tickle the like button and steal your link for later. Steal away. And feel free to post your link as well when you're ready. And Tula says, currently reading a badly edited book by Nadia Ray, Fell for a Billionaire Vampire. Interesting. That sounds like it would be interesting, but at the same time, if it's badly edited, that could be distracting. I hope you can get through it. If it's an arc, I imagine it's an arc if it's badly edited. Hopefully it gets better. Donna is here. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Donna. What are you up to? Talented Tula, says Donna. And Tula says, darling Donna. All the hellos. We love it. Kat says, good morning, Alicia and friends in the chat. Hope everyone is doing well. I'll be using these sprints for productivity today. Ooh, let us know what you're going to be working on, Kat. Let us know. Donna says, I've been trying to read and finish Powerless by Elsie Silver as I am bored with the story. Oh no. Do you have the audiobook? Is the audiobook helping? Maybe you can get that if you don't have it? I'm sorry that it's boring. I have not read anything by Elsie Silver yet, but I do have the whole series for that, I think. That's the one where it's like reckless, powerless, flawless, something or other. I have to find all my books, and I can't wait for all of the book series to be together, not like one over there, one over here, that kind of thing. I cannot wait. Lexi says, hi, going to do a bit of reading and ACROMAF outside before it gets hot. Fair enough. It is already hot here. Let me see. What is our current temperature at 11:04 in the morning? 82. We have a high of 85, but it will feel like 92. And we do have some rain that's saying it's threatening for like 1 o'clock. So we'll see. Yesterday it said it was going to rain around 11, and it didn't rain until like 2. So we'll see. But hopefully you get a lot of reading done. Livia is here. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Livia. What are you up to? Donna says hi to Lexi, Livia, and Kat. Kat says, I've been listening to Wolves of the Calla by Stephen King this morning. Ooh, hopefully you're enjoying it. Olivia says hi to Lexi, Kat, Tula, and Donna. Nina is here. Hi, Alicia. Good morning. Hello, hello. Kat says hi to Livia. Kim is here. Good morning. Spent some time in the pool floating this morning. Ah, jelly. It already rained once this morning. Now it's back to work on trades for villains and vixens. I need to go buy a hot glue gun. And I need to start a new audiobook. Ooh, do you know what you're going to read or listen to? My phone is going off. I don't know why. Kat says hey to Donna. Lexi says hi, Donna and Livia. Livia says, I'm listening to the fourth book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, The House of Hades. I have 1 hour left to finish it. Ooh, I have not read that one. I've only read the Percy Jackson series, and that was up to book 5. I have not read any other Percy Jackson, and I haven't read any other Rick Riordan. But I do have a couple of his books, like the first book in several different series. Because I have like the first Magnus Chase one, and then I think I have the first Heroes of Olympus. And then there's Daughter of the Deep, I think it is. So I have a couple of his books. If I like those, then I will get the others from the library, because I need to stop buying books until I know exactly what I have on my shelves. But I can't do that until the books are back in. Donna says hi to Nina. Nina says hi to Donna. Donna says yes, because Teddy does the male voices, but the story is just not for me. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Kat says, I have a to-do list of admin type tasks. Ooh, fair, fair. Donna says, look, Nina, I remembered your name. Livia says, hi, Kim. Hi, Nina. Nice, nice. All the hellos. We love it. Let's go ahead and pull up our timer. I decided to go out in the garden since I'll kind of be in the garage. And we're stretching because we're going to be moving around and kind of stretching our muscles and building a bookcase. So, but we do have a fairy with us. I did the little blue mushroom fairy. Oh, and speaking of Spirit City, for those of you who have Spirit City, did we see the new DLC announcement? If you haven't, I would check that out because there's a new DLC announcement coming. There's a new DLC coming that is a magical library setting. And I've already seen one of, if you watch the video, it will show you one of the spirits. Absolutely adorable. So, if you haven't seen it, go check it out because I cannot wait. Kim says, I think Daggermouth, since the author is going to the V&V and Teddy Hamilton is one of the narrators. Ooh, there you go. Kim saying hi to Livia. Paula played it. See, I haven't seen Paula's live. So some of you guys may seen it. If you've watched Paula's, then yes. Livia says, yes, I can't wait. Right? Me too. It's going to look gorgeous. I cannot wait. No, I have not. I still need to download all the other DLCs. Girl, they are on sale right now, just so you know. And I don't know when this new DLC is coming out, but I put it on my wish list. And Tula says, lovely Livia. All right, so go check out the new DLC content announcement because that looks cute. Watch the video. It's only 40 seconds long, but that is, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to go ahead and start that last comment, pull up our timer here. I'm going to go ahead and put us into the first sprint so I can go check on hubby and see what we need to do. And then I will see you back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. Hello, hello. How did we do on that sprint? That was our first sprint. How did we do? I went out there. He had already had the frame sort of like pinned and nailed together. And then we moved a couple of things around to make room for a building. And then he had to take care of something else. His stomach hurt. So I came in here and I did some measurements of where the bookcase is going to be. The bookcase itself is the width of these. These are 37.5 inches across. That means that this is also accounted for, but the shelves themselves are 36 inches. So that means there's an inch and a half on each side for the sides here, the side panels. So that's what I have to account for. So that's why I drew this. This was me messing up the first time. So I wrote, this is 36 inches, which is the shelf. And then there's 6 inch, give or take, for a fairy door. So now with this one down here, it's 37.5 inches for the bookcase itself, 36 inches because of the shelf. And then there's roughly a 6 inch piece spacing for the fairy door, because we're going to have one here. You can't see it. There it is. We have one fairy door here. The bookcase that is going to be back here in the corner, this one is going to have an actual like French door type opening. So that's two fairy doors. So that's where the fairy neighbors come in. And then this one over here that's going to go on this wall is also going to have a fairy door. So I have access to all outlets in this room. There is an outlet on the wall over here where the last bookcase is going to go. But when we build that bookcase, it literally comes to the edge and then it's the outlet. So we don't have to have a fairy door for that one. I could, but I don't think it's needed. But that bookcase will be taller but wider than the previous bookcase that was there. So we don't have to worry about making a fairy door. And that's the textbook one. So that one's going to be a little bit like, these are 12 inches. So there's 12 inches from here to here, right? But the one that houses the textbooks is going to be, I think, 16 inches, give or take. So it's going to be a little wider on the textbook bookcase, because the textbooks are taller, and I used my tallest book that was on that bookcase to measure out where the shelves are going to be. So I think, if I remember correctly, we're going to build, it's going to be the same number of shelves as before, which was 5 shelves, but it's going to be wider. So I might be able to get a few other books that weren't on those shelves actually on the shelves, because they were just kind of crammed in there. Excuse me. We're trying to make it look presentable, okay? So I think that will work. And after I did the measurements and the plans for that, I updated my everyday planner, and I worked on my January through June reading journal. There's still a couple of things that I need to fill in, but I can't quite do it that yet. So little by little, you guys will see a flip through of that at some point, because I did want to do a flip through just so you guys could see how I use my reading journals. And then I wrote a to-do list for later on. So that is what I got up to. I saw that we had a couple of people come in. And I know you guys wouldn't have been able to hear it, but I have my little like radio here. And so I was listening to some of the music that's on the flash drive. It's mostly Fallout music, like Fallout from the game. So we're going to go through the chatty bit, and then I have to go help the husband because he's ready to nail in the shelves. And then we can start doing the backerboard pieces. And then I'll have 2 bookcases to build. And then that will be this one that goes in the corner here, and then the one that goes on the wall that you can't see. So we are making progress. It's tiring, and I wish it was already over just so that I could like come in here and organize the shelves. But we're not quite there yet. We're getting there, but we're not quite there. I say as long as we have the shelves themselves in and they're in here, I can let them dry and acclimate to the area. As long as all of the shelves are in before my kids start school, then I can slowly start moving the books and everything back in and organizing them. And then lo and behold, before long, it's going to be all done pretty. And I'll absolutely love it. And I'll never want to leave the room. That is my goal. Never leave the room. Just kidding. Just kidding. I have to do other things, but I will spend most of my time here. Let's see, where did we leave off? This, I believe, was our last comment. Tula was saying hi to lovely Livia. And then we had a Molly come in saying, morning, Tula, Nina, Donna, Kat, Lexi, Livia, Kim, and Alicia. Hello. Molly is listening to Dead City and ordering some E6000 glue and washing tape. That E6000 glue, I tell you, it comes in handy because we have some of that, and we have put things together, and like I swear you could never re-break it. So it's very, very good. And I always look at washi tape. Do I need it? No. I need to use what I have first. I'm already planning. I have this A5 notebook that I'm going to use, and I need to start planning the pages. Like what I'll probably do is I'll probably open this up to like a random page. I'll photocopy this and have it as a darker contrast so that when I go to draw on it, I can actually see the dots. But what I'll do is I'll pre-plan the pages, and then all I have to do is transfer what I drew on the pages into the book, and then I can set up the book that way. That's how I've been doing it. But I need to do that because I would like to set up this one as a test for January through June of next year, because I've been looking at planners and I'm wondering if it's going to be cheaper to just make my own versus what I've been paying for these planners. Don't get me wrong, I love this planner, but lately this one has not been working out or serving its purpose. This is a Erin Condren, I think it's like a weekly life planner, but it has the monthly spread, but then it has like the weekly spreads too. And I don't think the weekly spreads are working anymore because I'm finding that I'm either writing the same things over from week to week, or my life is that boring. One or the other. So I'm thinking maybe I can create my own. I'll still get like an actual planner, but I think I'm probably not going to buy Erin Condren. I think I'm going to give that one a break and see if I can find just like a monthly spread type planner and see how that works. But I do want to test out an A5. So, and I've been watching a lot of journaling videos and planner videos. So we'll see how it goes. Donna is saying hi to Molly. And I came in and said hi to Molly. Nina is saying hi to Livia and hi to Molly. Lauren came in. Good morning, Alicia. You will be proud of me. I finished The Beach Babes, and I am 92 pages into Have a Great Summer by Francesca Cochi. It's really good. Ooh. And this is me coming in saying, hello, Lauren. Yay for finishing Beach Babes. Did you enjoy the read? She did enjoy. The book is really good. And I said, yay, glad you enjoyed it. Lauren says, thanks. I'm probably going to go jump on my TikTok live for my small business, but if you're still live, I will come and join again. No problem. Double and Jen is here. I watched the first video about the library damage yesterday and it made me really sad. I'm glad you were able to save a lot of stuff. Me too. I hate that it happened. Like I wish it never did, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that it did because these shelves. So the more progress we make, the more I fall in love with this room. So I love the tile, I love the carpet, I love the shelves. I cannot wait for them to be like organized. And I need to find some of my crystals to put in here for, because I'm going to cleanse the room and I'm going to put crystals around and just kind of protect the room. But I also want to add in other things too. So I got to find a lot of my pillar crystals. I have a couple of them and I don't know where they are. They got moved around. Ralphie, you just moving all around. But editing that video, I think I cried to myself because I was like, man, like it was hard to edit and hard to watch. I think I had to have my husband step in and do some of it because I was just like, I can't. Can you just do this section right here? And he was like, yeah, okay. So you probably heard him once or twice in the video because I was just like, I can't do it. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, I hope that this second part will like. My goal is to do we've did part one, we're going to do part two. And at some point, I would like to just merge them together and make all one video. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Some people will say it's redundant. Other people will say, yeah, go for it. Because it's the two pieces put together. But I don't know. This is me saying good morning to Double and Jen. Naomi is here. Hello, everyone. Just got back from a weekend away. Ooh, I hope you had fun and it was relaxing for you. Where did you go? If you don't mind sharing. Molly says, talk to mom. Told her all of my doings today. There you go. Was going to change litter, then eat, but well, doing it the other way around seems like a better idea. I mean, you could change the litter and then eat. You just have to make sure that, clean your hands, no cross contamination, that kind of thing. I would eat before changing the litter, to be honest. That's how I would do it. But either way, you could do it. Oh, and today is National Ice Cream Day, so check out for local deals. Huh. I do have ice cream in the fridge, lots of it. Some of it I have to double check because it might be frozen, like freezer burn. I don't know. I'd have to check. I know some of it's been in there for like a little bit. If it is, we have to get rid of it and just keep the stuff that's fresh. Lexi is here. She got to page 26 in, is that A Court of Mist and Fury, I believe, Go Math, and did read outside a bit, but I came in because a stupid bug wouldn't leave me alone. I hate bugs. I really do. I don't blame you. Annette is here. Hello, Alicia. Hello, chatters. Hello, hello. Olivia finished her book. Yay. That's 2 books finished. What are you going to read now? Olivia says hi to Lauren, Molly, and Double and Jen. Double and Jen saying hey to Olivia. Olivia says I'm going to work on my journal for the 72 days readathon. Nice. I need to look at the, paths to see if I can feasibly do one. Because I know this is going to last for 72 days, but I need to see if it's feasible because I know we have a family vacation day coming up. We got a bunch of housework that's coming up that'll finish off the housework portion of things. And then the kids start school in August, so I got to make sure that we're ready for that too. But I would like to do one, hopefully. Donna says, I took a reading break to have some chocolate, a cheeky cherry peace tea, and play a little game. First of all, what is cherry peace tea? I have never heard of that. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And what game did you play? Donna says hi to Annette and hi to Double and Jen. Annette says, hey, Donna. All the hellos. Livia, hi, Annette. Annette, hi, hello, Livia. Double and Jen says hi to Donna. Kiani's here. Oh, hello, friends. Hello. How are you, madam? What are you up to? Molly says, honestly, you might want to check the Dollar Tree. They have some cool journal/calendar stuff. I will go this week because I have to take the kids to go get a birthday card for their dad. So that will be one of our stops. Donna says hi to Kiani. Kiani says hi, Donna. Molly says, Ralphie! Hi, Ralphie. Everybody's saying hi. Are you sleepy, kitty? You're being a sleepy kitty. Yes, you are. You're a sleepy kitty. He's been doing that. He just lays around. He's a sleepy kitty. Meow. What was that? What was that? Huh? I got them new food and I put it in their container this morning and I put a little bit in their bowl because it had some of the older food and then I added the new food because it's a completely different brand. And because the one that they were eating, I guess, got discontinued because I could not find it in the store and it wasn't on Chewy. So, but I'm kind of mad at Chewy. I'm not ordering from them for a while. Because for whatever reason I went to go and look up what I had been ordering and then I was going to base the dry food off of what I was ordering to find something similar and I couldn't add the new food. I couldn't add it to the auto ship. And I was due to have one sent. And I was like, so cool, I'll add it and then I can acclimate and change their food over. And I couldn't do it. So I canceled the entire thing because I was like, there's no sense in me going to a pet store to pick up their food or, figure out a new dry food and have a Chewy order. So I just canceled the whole auto ship and went to PetSmart to look for a new dry food. So, but when they ate the new dry food, they kept coming back to the bowl. So I guess they like it, but we'll see. We'll see if they continue to eat it. Molly says hi, Annette and Kiana. Am I pronouncing that right? Let me know. Molly says, oh, and Jen. Saying hi to Jen. Kiani says, hey, Molly. Molly says, hi, Naomi. My phone is still making noise. Why? I don't know why my phone is going off. My ice cream never stays in long enough to get freezer burn. Ours usually doesn't. My husband and I have been eating this. It's not really ice cream. It's more of like a gelato type ice cream, if that makes sense. But it's by the brand Taliente, and they only come in like pint sizes. And the one that we've lately been eating is chocolate peanut butter cup. So it has chocolate and then like the little itty bitty Reese cups. He likes that one, so I had to stop. I had to buy a different flavor just so he wouldn't eat mine. But we've been doing that one, and then I've been getting the Moose Tracks ice cream. But I think there's another one in there, and I just bought a sherbet I wanted to try. Because sometimes you want ice cream, but you don't really want chocolate. You want like a fruit flavor. So that's what I did. That, and I'm trying to find healthier options. So we're working on it. We're working on it. But yeah, sometimes we eat up the ice cream, and other times not so much. And I think this more recently was the not so much. So I have to see what's still good and what's not, and then just keep what's not. Double and Jen says same, Molly. Donna says I feel you may be able to find one you can do. What was this in relation to? I feel you may be able to find one you can do. Maybe? I'll say maybe. Probably. I don't know what it's for. Olivia says same, Molly. Olivia says hi to Kiani. Kiani says hi to Olivia. Molly says I spun the wheels for one bingo on each board. The dark board was so unkind. Almost the whole board done before I got a bingo. Wow, that's crazy. Sent you a photo of the peace tea. Oh. Is it like an energy drink or is it literally just tea? I've never had one of those. I'll have to see if my store has them and try one. Is it good? I will have to see. I have to see. I have to see. When I go to the store, Monday? Monday. Yes, tomorrow. I have to go to the store because we are out of mustard. Although I used spicy brown mustard on my son's sandwich the other day because we were out of mustard. Not a lot, just enough to cover the bread. And he never said anything. He never said, "Hey, Mama, my sandwich was spicy." So it must not be that spicy. I wonder if I could get away with it for another day and then go later. I do have to pick up a few other things though, so we'll see. Annette says, hey to Molly. Kiani says, I will read, I think, but not sure what yet. I have to spin my book club books. Oh. Let us know what gets chosen. Annette says, I'm reading The Night and the Moth, but also hopefully working on my 72-day journal later. I want to see how you guys set up your spreads because it sounds like a good idea. And I could totally do 72-day journal, but I have no idea how I would set that up. You'll have to like post in the Discord all your spreads and things. Molly says, on the chaos wheel, I decided, it being chaos and all, that even when I got repeat prompts, I had to do them instead of skipping up to find a prompt I hadn't landed on like I did for the others. I mean, that does sound chaotic. And then I watch a political video this morning for my cozy movie watch. Sorry, Donna, I had to. A political video for a cozy movie watch? I mean, I guess it could work. Molly says I misspelled. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Picking the paths. Sorry. I already forgot what you said. I feel you may be able to find one you can do. Oh, the paths. Yeah, I just have to go look at it and see what's feasible for what I'm doing, what we're doing, because I would like to participate. I try to participate when you do the 72-hour ones, and I've been able to do a couple, but not many. Donna, it is tea. I do not drink. No, I have never had an energy drink, but it's good to know. I'd rather like cover my bases. You know, it is tea. Ooh, I should try one. I'll see if my store has some when I go. I do not drink energy drinks. This one is my favorite, but there are lots. Ooh, now I just want to try one of each. I like I don't know if you guys have them in Canada, but we have a store down here called Wawa, and their tea is delicious. I usually get the raspberry tea. They have a peach tea. They have a green tea that I can tolerate. I'm not big on like just flat out green tea, but I drink it sometimes. And then let's see, they have raspberry, they have peach, they have regular tea with lemon, they have sweetened tea and unsweet tea, and they've even branched out and started doing juices. But I love their peach tea. I need to go buy some. Donna says, "My apologies, Molly. Like I say, if you think it is cozy, then count it. Yeah, it's open to interpretation." Molly says, "I started with a new Hallmark Christmas movie, but it sucked. Ooh, I'm sorry." Donna, I was about to write when you finally understood. See, I would get it. Just give me a few seconds. I would get it eventually. It just depends on if I can make the connection. But I got it. You got it. We're there. You're golden. Um, Donna says, from where I am, we do not have that here. The Wawas. Gotcha. Molly says, if I sit here any longer, I will never change the litter. I'm listening though. Go do what you gotta do because we're almost about to go to a sprint anyway. So I'm gonna be going to go work on bookcases. And Molly says, Donna, Wawa just came to Indiana, so maybe they're headed north. Yeah, for the longest time, it was kind of like the East Coast. Like I had them a lot when we were in Maryland. Um, and then when I moved down to Florida, we did not have them for the longest time. And then finally, so what I would do is I would go to visit family in Maryland and I would come back with a cooler full of iced teas and snacks from Wawa. And that was the only way I could get the Utz brand chips. So any kind of like, if I wanted my crab chips, then I couldn't get them unless I either my mom sent them or I went up there and I brought a bunch of bags home. So that was the only way. And now I have Wawas everywhere. I have one right around the corner from my house. So if I want Wawa, I can go to Wawa and get my my sandwiches, my chips, and my tea. And now I have like the Wawa rewards thing where you can earn points and then eventually when you have enough points, you can get free sandwiches. So that's how I do lunch sometimes. Um, so maybe they are headed north. If they go south, they could probably go north. All right, I am going to star that comment and pull up our thing here. Let's change her activity. We'll stay in the garden. Maybe she can do some reading for this one. And I will see you guys back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. How did we do on that sprint? Sorry, I was late. I was watching you guys on my phone to keep track of the time, and just as I was like, dude, I gotta go back. I got 2 minutes left. We were flipping the bookcase so that we could chalk line where the shelves are, and then he nails them in. So it's a little hot. I need to get some water in the next sprint. But that's pretty much what I did. We are building the 7-foot bookcase. These back here are 8, well, I guess 8.5 if you count the base. So this one is 7.5 feet. So I think I got something on my glasses. But he's trying to finish building the bookcase so that he can take a break from building said bookcases so that he can cut the grass before it rains. So there's a lot of things happening. Also laundry. There's laundry that needs to be done. So we'll see what happens. I need to get some water. It's hot. But that's what I did. We put in the shelves. We sectioned off the ferry door. And then he was nailing, and then we flipped. So he's got a chalk line, and then he's got a nail in that section. And I think all we have left to do is put the backing pieces on, and then I can paint them. So that would be bookcases 4, which goes here in the corner, 5, which goes over here on this wall that you can't see, and then the only one we have left to build is 6, which goes over on the opposite wall. So progress is being made. It's just too damn hot, though. I need to find my little cooling towel. Let's see where we left off. Last comment was Molly. Donna Wawa just came to Indiana, so maybe they're headed north. Maybe. You might be able to go to Wawa's store, like website, I mean, and see that you might be able to like locate a store and see if any are upcoming. Because I know they've been building them all across. Same with Buc-ee's. That's another one that's usually only down here, and they have been expanding as well. We had a Ren join us. Hello, everyone. Hi, Ren. Listening to Extracurricular by Rachel Lynn Solomon. While I unpack, moved back into the dorm. Second semester starts tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Well, good luck on the unpacking. I hope you get all of it done and you're ready for tomorrow. Andy is here waving. Hi, Andy. Let us know what you're reading or working on if you're still here. Molly says, hi to Ren and Andy. Kiani says, I got to page 18 in the Ministry of Witches. Nice. Molly says, I changed litter and took out trash. Very productive. Livia says, hi to Andy and hi to Ren. Livia says, I chatted with my husband and I realized it's almost time for dinner, so I'll work on my journal after eating. Nice. Do you know what you're having for dinner? I know today is leftover day, which is a good thing because I need to clean out the fridge. So I've already told the kids if they had any leftovers that they care about, they need to be eaten today. Sometimes they say I'm going to eat it later and they never do. And then I end up tossing it, which sucks, but it is what it is. I just have to clean out the fridge so I can take the shelves out and because they're starting to get grody. Ren says hey to Molly and hey to Livia. Kiani says, I completely forgot that I need to do my Spellbreaker review. So I will finish chapter 1 next and then do my Spellbreaker review. Nice. Kat says, I updated my Letterboxd, posted my intentions in Discord, and ate lunch. Tacos. Ooh, nice. Letterboxd. Why does that sound familiar? Does Letterboxd have to do with like movies and movie reviews and things like that? If so, I think my father-in-law has one, and I was debating on setting up one, if that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think. I could be wrong. I should look it up now. Let's see. Letterboxd. Yes, that is the one. Okay, yes. My father-in-law has that. And he was saying it's pretty good way to track your movies. Kat says Letterboxd is like Goodreads, but for movies. That is the best way to describe it. Yes, I think I'm gonna set up a an account because I want to be able to track all the movies that I've watched, and there's a couple that I would like to rewatch so that I could add them to that. So I think that will be fun. Olivia says my son and husband are the same with leftovers, so now I try to cook just enough, even if it would be better if I could just have leftovers at least a couple days a week. What I do, and I don't know if this would help you, but the way that I set up my meal plan for the week is that Wednesdays and Sundays are always leftover days. So then I only have to cook Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. But Fridays, we usually have like a family night, which usually involves my in laws, and we have pizza. So there's no cooking there, right? Because it's delivered. So I only have to cook Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Saturday if we don't have leftovers from pizza. So I've been kind of doing the same thing. But if I can eat leftovers, then yes, I will. If not, then I try to do the same. If I can cook just enough so that everybody is fed, then, but we usually always have leftovers on Wednesday because we usually have chicken leftover. If I do the chicken marinades, because I'll do 2 big pieces of chicken and then I'll do like little chicken, almost like chicken strips. I'll marinate them. And then the kids usually will eat 1 piece of those chicken strips, and then I use the rest for leftovers or for lunch. Because I don't mind eating leftovers. I will eat leftovers all day long, but my family's not keen on it. But I do the leftover days so that we eat, say, the Wednesday leftover is we eat up Monday and Tuesday. Then I'm starting fresh with cooking Thursday, and then Friday's family night, and then Saturday, and then Sunday is leftovers. So I don't know if that would help, but you do something like that. But I also try to plan like a whole month of meals. I basically do like Mondays chicken, Tuesdays beef, usually tacos, Wednesdays leftovers. Thursday is kind of like a mix up day because I could do hamburger helper, I could do chicken Alfredo, I could do spaghetti. It just depends. That Thursday's like a whatever day. I could cook whatever. And then Friday is usually family night. Saturday is kind of another. We either have chicken, beef, or pork, and then Sunday's leftovers. So my family's not big on like vegetarian meals. I've tried. The only thing I can get through is kind of like the green stuffed peppers, but even then it's kind of iffy. My kids just eat what's in the pepper. They won't actually eat the pepper itself. They'll just eat what's inside. I don't know. I'm trying. And Kat says, I like keeping track of my movies. I would like to. I want to create in the A5 planner, I want to make a page so that every time I watch a movie, I can put like the little movie cover. Do something like that. But I have to see how I want to set it up. All right. I think that's the last comment I see. Let me switch our banner to the final sprint banner because we're going to go into our final sprint. They can continue reading, our fairy and our friend here. Let me star that comment so I don't forget where I left off. And I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. This is the last sprint, so make it count. And I will see you back in 45. hello, and welcome back from that final sprint. How did everyone do? Went out and we did more building. Husband tried to blame me for twisting the backing board while he was cutting it, so it got stuck on the saw. That was not fun. I did not move anything, okay? I was just holding on to it, and this is why I don't use power tools. But we're cutting the backing board. We had to stop kind of in the middle because it takes a little bit, but we got the second backing board measured. So, and we chalk lined it. So now we just have to cut it when I go back out there. And then the only other thing we have to do is we have to cut to make sure the ferry doors will fit where they need to be. And then that will be that, I think. And we'll be done for the day. We'll set them up so that they can be painted this week. And then they can be moved in this Friday. Or this coming Friday, I should say. And then they'll get acclimated to the room. And then we just have to get wood to build the other one. So that's pretty much what I did. The kids are wanting to go into the pool, but it says it's supposed to rain soon. I don't know. And my husband still has to cut the grass. So it sounds like I'm going to be taking over laundry. Now it's saying it's not going to rain until 3 with a 35% chance of rain. So who knows? It may not. It may wait until later. We'll find out. Let's see what you guys got up to, and then we will skedaddle. If you know who is sprinting next, feel free to put in the links. I would greatly appreciate it. Our last comment was Kat saying, I love keeping track of my movies. I've been wanting to, because I do have a lot of DVDs and I've watched them several times, but I never have thought about tracking them, or at least tracking the ones that I watch in any given year. So I think I might try to do that between July and December to test it out and see how I like it. Christina came in. Hi, Alicia. She gave us our PSA. Remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring the bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, please, and thank you. Helps us get seen and the channel grow. We like new friends here. And this is me saying hello to Christina and welcome in. That I was there. I'm here, but I was in the garage building bookcases. Molly says trying to do some Amazon returns and they are requiring me to call them. Shaking my head. I'm surprised you couldn't do it through the website. Usually that's how I do it, and then I just have to send it back. Molly says, so thank you for sprints, Alicia, and I'll see you later on or in the morning. Yes. If I don't see you in the interwebs, then I'll see you for Morning Time Pirates on Kelly's channel. Livia says hi to Christina. And also thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're welcome. I hope you were able to get some stuff done and some reading. Ren said made it to 35% in extracurricular, then switched over to Wolfsong and made it to 50%. Nice. On both books. Very nice. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're welcome. Kat says I worked on financial tasks, still working on finances. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're welcome. That'll be my task for tomorrow. I have to make sure that all my ducks are in a row and see if things cleared on the credit card, because I ordered the family vacation tickets. So if they've cleared, then I need to pay them off. And then that gives me the amount of what I can use towards when we go. Kiani said, what were the things you used to track your movies? Kat was talking about a website called Letterboxd. I will put the link in the description, or not description, chat. Copy. Excuse me. Letterboxd. That's the website that Kat was talking about where she tracks her movies. I put it in the chat. Letterboxd. Ren says, and Anna will be sprinting later for 72-day readathon in a little less than an hour. Nice. I'll see if I can put the link in for that. Am I signed into YouTube is the question. Nope. So let's do that real quick. Get rid of that link, that one. Interesting. YouTube has made some changes, I think. Here is Tula, who's doing crafty sprints. Tula is on sprint 2 of 3 for Maker's Quest. Thank you. I put hers in. Princess for Princess Does just started sprinting at the top of the hour. Here is the Letterboxd. That's where you can track your movies. That was what Kat was talking about. Okay, we got Tula's. Kelly has a new video out. We'll be sure to check that out. Where is... Apparently there's a lot of people sprinting. Kelly's video. Here is the link for Tula's sprints. That is the link for Kelly's video. I'm trying to find the link for Anna's. Why no? There's Princess Does. There is that one. There's also a planner video, like a plan with me, or I guess a plan, like a live plan with me for, I think her name is Kay. I'll put that in. I should move my drink. There we go. It's out of the way. So there's Princess's Sprints, and then this is the Plan With Me live with, I think it's called Planning with Kay. She does the spreads and all of the things. I don't see Anna's. What's her channel name? There it is. At 3. Anna starts at 3. Wow, I cannot type, excuse me. Okay, so Kay, that's the, if you want to do planning. Anna starts at 3 EST, so in about 45 minutes, there's the link for hers. That was all I saw on my end. But you can always go to the BookTube Bible, and you can look for sprints there, and they cover all of the time zones. But that is all I have for you guys. I am going to go so that we can finish this bookcase backing cutter thing. cutting the backing board. And then I'm going to get some food and take a break. And my husband is going to cut the grass after he eats. And then we'll see what else we can get into. Probably laundry, and I need to work on my planner updates and get ready for the week. So, thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you were able to get some reading and productivity done. Be on the lookout because I will be doing Morning Time Pirates with Kelly all week, Monday through Friday on her channel. We start 9 a.m. Eastern. And then we will be starting to read Crooked Kingdom on Wednesday for 100 Pages Book Club at 8:30 p.m. my time Eastern. So be on the lookout for that. And then I will see you after that. I don't know because I won't have sprints next Sunday on the 26th. So I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe I'll throw in a day early or something. Hey, Courtney, you're just in time, though we are getting ready to say hi and goodbye. So I will see you all throughout the chats and throughout the week. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend and week ahead. Bye.